What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so there have been some changes in the past 12 hours when it pertains to Hurricane Ian. All right, a little bit of it is good, but a lot of it is bad. All right, the good news is that as far as direct impact, direct landfall, most intense effects from this storm, the panhandle of Florida will not be directly hit. The threat has shifted eastward, and unfortunately, Tampa, south of Tampa, Sarasota, Fort Myers, you will be unfortunately under the gun as far as a direct landfall from this intensifying hurricane. The last update that I've seen has Hurricane Ian just on the precipice of being a Category 4 hurricane. Maximum sustained winds around 125 miles per hour. As a matter of fact, less than 3,000 feet up in the atmosphere, it is a Category 4 hurricane. So it's right there on the precipice of becoming a Category 4 storm. I'm not 100% certain on this, but I think a shift eastward lessens the impact of drier air moving into the hurricane. Meaning that I think wind shear, colder air from the encroaching cold front going eastward, I think that less impacts the storm, if I'm not mistaken. So, look, Tampa has not been directly hit by a hurricane in 101 years. I'm not trying to scare you, but this could be very, very bad. Okay, it could be very, very bad, and I think it's just better to be prepared than to be in a situation where you're going to be dependent upon people or a system that's not in place to help you at that time. All right? So just listen to your local authorities. Look, if at the end of the day it's not as bad as it was, yeah, you can talk your shit, but you'll be here to talk your shit. I'd rather be safe than sorry. The main impacts are going to be intense winds for a while, heavy rain, isolated tornadoes, also storm surge. I think the greatest impacts are going to be rain, torrential rains, and storm surge, because I believe this storm is going to stall out for a while. If I'm not mistaken, from listening to what the experts are saying, the storm is going to either be moving very slowly or almost stall out. Which, if you remember Hurricane Ivan, Hurricane Harvey in Texas, that was catastrophic when it pertained to flooding. And that was what I was warning about in my video the other day, my other two videos talking about Hurricane Ian, is the possibility that if it struck Tampa in that particular area with the combination of heavy rains plus those strong winds blowing in water from the Gulf of Mexico into the cities on the coast, it could be a catastrophe, possibly. And this could get really bad. Another change that has occurred is that the models have Hurricane Ian moving off the coast of Florida and then making a turn eastward and making a second landfall in South Carolina as a minimum Category 1 hurricane. So this could have an impact on the Carolinas. Now, the only thing I'm trying to decipher is, I think with a further eastward movement, while this would go up the coast and give the Carolinas and Virginia, where I'm at, rain, I think that would put us more on the eastern side of the storm for the most part, and we may not be in the supercell tornadic quadrant of the storm, but more in the intense rains. I'd rather have the intense rains than be in that side of the storm. But that's not something that is etched in stone. We got to see as the days progress. But for right now, the immediate threat is Florida. And I really feel for the people who are in Tampa right now, in that area. I listen to your local authorities. I hope that you've already have gotten water, batteries, ice, non-perishable food items. Prepare for power outages. Uh, Individuals who are closest to the coast, you should have probably already evacuated, gotten either out of the state completely or somewhere up north, northern part of Florida, just anywhere out of the path of the main uh, beef of this storm. And like I said, listen to your local authorities, the experts. They're the ones that you should be listening to. I have a passion for weather, but I'm not an expert. I don't have a degree in meteorology, so I'm not going to sit and act like I know everything about this stuff. But I do know enough to at least do a video and talk about it. So um, just listen to your local authorities, local weather, and definitely prepare for power outages. And time is running out. There was already, I believe, tornadoes that have been spawned in Florida. Let me make sure that, because I know that they said the possibility of tornadoes started today. Let me see something. I know there's already a tornado watch in Florida. Let me see something here. I don't know if there's already reports of tornadoes. But the tornado risk definitely ramps up across South Florida today. So, um, yeah. Anyway, stay safe.